Hello everyone, it's Mr. Galindo here again. So we are nearly done now with our manufacturing process for making your F1 in Schools car. We now need to export this code and add in some manual operations. So I'm going to start by selecting the setups folder. I'm going to go to the setup sheet and I'm going to save within this folder, clicking OK on the buttons, this document. Now this is the document I would like you to use the three dots here and go print and print for me. You bring this to me, I will draw on some checkboxes for it so that we can then tick you off when I check that you've got the work coordinate system in the right place, the simulation works, and you've exported your code correctly. And that's kind of the last checks I do so that I make sure the code will work in our CNC, because if it breaks the CNC, no one gets a car and no one wants to do that. So it's just a double check. After you've done that, we need to go to post-process. Clicking OK again. This is where we export through a post-processor our designed operations so that it can be used by our machine. Now I personally at the school here have a Denford, so I need to make sure that I select Denford in the post-processor, and then other than that I just select post. I'm going to find my folder, which you should do through this PC, and then create a folder where you're going to put NC codes. This is going to be my CAM tutorial code. Please make sure you save it something sensible. Now this, for me, automatically opened into the brackets program, which is a handy tool to use. However, if that doesn't happen to you, you just need to find your file. Usually if you click on the File Explorer tool, and then you just go and search for it, you can always right-click on the code once you found it and go Open With. The tool you're looking for is Notepad, and you can find that under More Apps. And that will open it up in just as easy to use-ish kind of document. You can see that. This is pretty similar here. So this is the toolpath then. This is the what we call NC code, numerical code that we feed into the machine line by line as instructions for it to follow. It's kind of like the instructions you'd give to a chessboard, knight to E3 and so on and so on. And so all of these coordinate systems allow us to program the head of the drill bit to move exactly where we want it to carve out our design. So it's quite sophisticated. And if you look at this, my code is 79,765 lines, so quite extensive as well. So this is where we have to use our setup sheet in conjunction with our in conjunction with our exported NC code. If I have a look here, I can see that I have got operation drill, adaptive, parallel, and it goes drill again. On the printout, you should specify which setups these are part of. So the drill one, if I go back to Fusion, is here in the left setup. So I would write left just here. And then adaptive one, left again. Parallel one, left again. Drill one, brackets two, well, that's in the right setup, so I'm going to write right. The reason for this is because we need to do a G28 code. And the G28 code basically is an instruction that tells the machine to home after it moves 180. So I would then write here at this dividing line an arrow and the numbers A equals 180 degrees because that's what you've got to rotate it to. And at the end, another arrow please that says A equals 0 degrees because we want to rotate it back to 0 after we've done the right-hand side code. So how do we make these codes and where do we put them? Well, you now need to make sure that you put them in between parallel and drill 1-2. So I'm going to go and use the find tool and use find. I'm going to type in drill because it's probably uncommon. Now, there are literally two drill words in this whole file. So there's one at the very top, and you can see that from this tracking bar. Click again, one at the very bottom. The one at the bottom is the one I want. Well, sorry, one in the middle is the one I want. And I basically click the beginning of the line with the G0 in it and click enter. So this is a new line above the G0. And I type in G28, Z10, A, what degree did I say to move it around to? Hopefully you answered 180. Please make note that it looks exactly like this. Once I've done that, I scroll all the way down to the bottom, and I'm going to put in the code after the second G28 line, so a new line underneath it, G28, Z10, sorry, not Z10, G28, A0. Now, this sometimes doesn't work, so I have to do it twice, just to make sure it goes around. Once you've done that, that is successful. Make sure you save it. And this is the code that you would upload to me to use. Make sure that I see it. I will not make your code unless I've ticked off the fact that I've double checked it on the tool checklist here. So I put, the checklist, like I said, for simulation, I do the checklist for work coordinates, and then I do a checklist for the code G28's. And so if you've done this like I've just showed you, that will work perfectly. And that is how you make your code for your F1 car. I've skipped over a lot of the knowledge around why we do this, how we do this, and the purposes. Hopefully your teacher will fill you in on that. Good luck. I'm excited to see your cars as they're manufactured.